Okay, and we're on.
Oh, no. We need to restart that. But we're on.
And
Hey, Hefty Gehls. The fuck?
what's up?
The fuck?
Wait, we can't cuss in the first minute.
Hey, Hefty. The fuck? Going on? The fuck?
Guys,
That's my favorite trend on the internet right now. I think every single video is hilarious.
I did it with Selton, my boyfriend, and
It's going hashtag viral, hashtag TikTok viral.
the first time I said it, I'm like, this coffee's not mixed up. The fuck? He was like, what did you say? He knew.
Oh, and if you watch the whole video, you'll catch at the end Selton saying, that sounds like something Gabi would say. Yeah, do you remember saying that, Selton?
I don't think it was an insult. I think he was trying to say, you're so young, you're so hip. That's something you would say. It's what the kids are saying these days.
No, Selton was saying Gabi has a freaking potty mouth and you've been hanging out with her too much. That's what he was saying.
Well,
Come here, Wolfie. Come up here.
Gabby,
The book.
our third character of our podcast is Gabby's
With his
cat.
eye infection. My poor little son has a little eye infection, but we're going to take him to the vet. Don't even worry, guys. I am a good pet mom. I know I say this every single week, the past 3 weeks that we've done this podcast, but this was actually the craziest week of my life.
Actually, for me,
No.
it was not.
Actually, this was the craziest week of my life.
Why? Why was it crazy?
As you girls know, or may not know, I am a nanny. I am a part-time nanny. I've been with the same family for like 3 years at this point, like since I moved to Los Angeles. And the mother that I nanny for had a baby.
A second child.
A second baby. And it was emergency style. It was
Not emergency style.
it was emergency style. She came a month early, and it was cray to say the least. So I have been on the clock, round the clock. I'm like, can I slip home and record a podcast for an hour with my sister? And then I'll be right back. I swear, I'm coming right back. So that's how my entire weekend has gone. I've actually loved every single minute of it. I feel like full mother now. The only thing about motherhood that I have realized about these couple days of being 24 hours on the clock, like spending the night and all, is the mornings. I'm like,
You
my
hate
partner
mornings.
is going to have to do mornings. Like the 5:30 wake up call, I can't. I've had to do it, but I can't do it. I'm like, and she'll come in and she'll be like, well, my mom gets up and eats cereal with me, so you have to get up and eat cereal with me right now. I'm like, okay, coming. Give me a second. She's like, no, you have to come right now. I'm like, okay, here we come.
Maybe because you're not a morning person, your kids won't be morning people. And they'll like want to sleep in.
No, I don't think it matters. I think toddlers are all morning people. There's no such thing as like a toddler who sleeps in.
True.
That I've never met.
Well, I realized this week that I'm not ready to be a mother because I was on my period and I just...
No, hashtag periods. Am I right, guys?
And I just realized...
Hashtag maxi pads.
I get so pissed off when people around me just keep asking me questions. Like, I feel like they should just read my mind. Like, I felt like this week, because, okay, let me paint the picture here. It's me and my mother and my boyfriend Selton that live in our townhouse. Downstairs is Gabi that is in her little apartment. But majority of the time, we're like all up in my apartment, like talking, whatever. So we recently launched the podcast. My mom was like coming in and out of travel. And for some reason, everybody needed me, which I feel like that's how mothers are.
Mommy.
Yes.
That's how we all are, Emma. Mommy,
You're like,
mommy.
Emma, wait. I'll like give them something to do to help take something off my plate. And then they have like 5 questions about it. And I'm like, at this point, I will just do it myself.
No, but here's the thing. You'll tell this is literally Emma. She'll tell me to do something, and then I'll like try to figure it out. And then the next day she'll be like, Gabi, why didn't you just call me and ask? Just ask me. Just call and ask. And then the second you do, so it's like you really can never win. I think you were just in a little pissy mood, and that's okay.
No, I think
that's okay.
I think it was
annoyed.
#period vibes.
#period girls.
Period girls.
Wait,
and
also
that's why I can't have children. So I think I need a few more years to
well, also
develop.
me and my nanny kid come to Emma's house, and after about 20 minutes, you're like, okay, bye, girls. Bye. Have a good day. You're like over it after 20 minutes.
And that's like the benefit of not having children.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You can say bye when you want to say bye. And you can leave when you want to leave.
Also, I just remembered this BITCHASS woman who was, this actually pissed me off. So I'm driving Girl I Nanny to school. We had just gotten the text message that her little sister was born. This was unexpected, right? I was like, oh my God. Like I'm like hyping it up. I'm like, maybe I'm like, should I tell her or should I call the parents so they can tell her that her new little sister has been born?
Yeah.
The person behind me, honk, 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 literally slamming on the thing because obviously I'm driving slow because I just read something crazy on my phone. And I'm like,
well,
literally, I'm like, you're like, it pissed me off. It was like ruining the moment. I'm like, life was just born. Like, we have new life and you're going to be honking at me? Like, come on, read the freaking room. It actually just made me so angry. I was
but
just
also
like,
you were kind of in the wrong because why are you like looking at your phone?
It popped up on my phone on my messages, and it's this is a tense situation. There's a lot going on. Something crazy just happened. Mom's in the hospital, so I'm keeping tabs, and it's on a slow street by the school. And she's like, bah, bah, bah. I literally wanted to be like this out the window, but I had child in my back seat, so I couldn't do it. I was literally like,
what's it called? The bird?
I was so pissed off.
Is that what it's called?
Flipping them the bird.
Flipping them a bird. You can't do that in school boundaries.
No,
but you know what? It's a lesson to all. You never know.
You never know what people's going through.
Somebody could be driving to the hospital. Somebody could be giving birth in their car.
Literally, we were just gifted the gift of life, and the freaking lady behind me can't chill for 2 seconds. Oh my God.
Karen alert. Karen alert.
Hashtag Karen alert.
Actually, guys, we were talking. Remember on, I don't know what episode it was. I think episode 2. I had told the story of how I tried out for choir in middle school. And I kept going back and forth. Should I sing in my high voice? Should I sing in my low voice? I don't remember making choir, but my friends texted me after they listened and were like, I think you did make choir. I'm telling this to Gabi.
I don't think you made choir.
And Gabi goes into her story of trying out for choir. And I'm like, why did you not tell that on the podcast?
I've told you this story before. That's
no,
why.
I want to tell them because I can't believe
it's like one of my like core memories. Actually, it's probably one of the only like genuine compliments I've ever gotten, and I can feel like when someone's giving me like a petty compliment, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like they kind of feel bad for
you,
so they're like giving you a compliment. Like that's not the vibe. I mean, that's usually the vibe of compliments that I take it as. I'm like, okay, you don't have to say all that. Like it's okay. you don't have to do that. But this is the story. Let me set the scene. This is like maybe 6th or 7th grade, and you go into this choir audition alone, solo, and they start playing My Country 'Tis of Thee on the piano. I sing my little song, and as soon as I start singing,
wait, can you give us an example? Can you like sing how you sang
this
it?
is because I knew you would do this. This is why I don't want to tell you
Wait,
the story
just, like,
in the first place.
Give us a sample of it.
Okay, so I start singing, and the piano teacher, who looks like a lesbitron, like it was like all like I think lesbians in that day and age were still like. Like it was kind of like unknown territory
no, it was
a
just
little
because,
bit. No, we were so young. We were in like
we were
middle school.
So we had like,
and so
oh
like,
my gosh.
grown woman with a short boy haircut. We're like,
does she like girls?
Does she have a ring on her finger? Like it was always like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was kind of like a unknown.
We also grew up in Missouri where like we were not cultured at all.
Yes.
So
anyway, and one time it came out that she lived in Lakewood with her wife, and we were all like,
oh my, I did not know this.
Crazy. Okay, so this is the woman who's playing the piano because our choir teacher has a piano person, right?
An accompanist.
So yes, pianist.
Wait, no.
Pianist.
An accompanist. An accompanist.
Accompanist. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know the word.
You
Anyway,
guys know what I'm
this
saying.
really isn't that exciting of a story.
No, it is. It really is.
So she's playing the piano. As soon as I start singing my little 7th grade lungs out, she goes, like her face, like her eyes got so big and she like looked over at Miss Adkins and then like let me finish my song and she was like, wow. I don't remember. I think she said I had like a really clear voice or something, but needless to say, I made the choir.
And she is a good singer.
That was one of my core memories. I'm like, oh my God, she really thinks I'm
Wait, who said it? The pianist?
Yeah. Pianist.
She was the one who said, wow, you have a clear voice.
Yes, and she never talked.
She never talked.
She was very, very quiet. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I can remember both of them.
She lives in Lakewood with her
to
wife.
refresh your memory, they said to me after I sang it, can you try again? Can you try again?
Okay, this time, really dig deep, Emma.
And that is what we call character development.
All over my, sorry.
And that developed my character. That is why I am the woman you see today.
Damn straight.
Because of my choir audition.
Also, so I don't really know how to go about this, but there's this, I don't know if you've been sent it or if you've seen it, but there's this video of me that's been going around for years on TikTok. Some like Chinese fast fashion, I don't scammy brand stole my video and like runs ads with it. It's like a video that I made trying on this strapless bra. They stole my video and literally all of those accounts have blocked me. So I can't see the videos and people tag me in them all the time. And it's like, I'll push on it and it says video not available. And I finally got my pause on one of the videos. The words that they put over my face is, my boyfriend said he's going to leave me if I don't get a breast lift. That is the verbiage that they're sending out to the world without my permission. And I don't know what to do about it. And like, there's like hundreds of them.
News flash.
And it's like running like TikTok.
News flash. She got a breast lift.
But I'm like, the
funny part is you actually
did get a breast lift. So I'm like, and this started before I even got a breast lift or even had the consultation or even, it was like,
it's years ago.
It like foreshadowed or like something weird. It like manifested it by that many people reading those words and seeing it. I'm like, this is crazy.
No, but
now
though.
But I'm like, how are they allowed to do that?
But where's the boyfriend? But where's the boyfriend?
My boyfriend said he was gonna leave me if I didn't get a breast lift. And people in the comments are like, Gucci and Gabi, did you say that? Like, is this
are you okay?
Is this you? This you at Gucci and Gabi?
I'm like, speak if you're okay. You can't really do much about that.
If you see one of those guys, I didn't say that, and that's not even.
Yeah, that's part of this
me.
job. People can like, honestly, anything on the internet, they can take it and they can put what they want on it.
Shein uses my pictures all the time. People send me screenshots of Shein. I'm like,
there's not really like, you can report it, but there's not really a way to like get a hold of these brands. I've had this happen to me before, not to this extent,
but they're just like random, like
it's like it's a business and they're in another country and they typically don't speak English
and they don't give a let me tell you that.
They're like, we're making bank off of you and your saggy titties. Can we say that on here? Wait, you guys want to know something?
Let me tell you something. I ain't sagging no more.
I need to tell you guys something.
I ain't sagging no more.
This is kind of sad. Should I say it?
I don't know what you're going to say.
I'm going to say this. Oh.
It's okay. You can say it.
Speaking of saggy boobs, the only reason that I got a breast lift, I always wanted a breast lift.
You got a breast reduction.
And lift. When you get a reduction, you get a lift at the same time. Right. It's like 2 in 1. If you didn't know that, now you know that. The only reason I ever altered my body, lip filler and boobs, is because of comments that men had said to me.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, you're pretty weak-minded then.
No, I was at an age where I feel like I was still coming into myself. And I mean, unfortunately, like I do feel better with lip filler and my boob reduction. But
hey, you know what? Been there, like Pitbull said. Been there, done that.
I don't know what that says about me, but
been there, done that.
To the younger girls out there, if a man comments on your body, don't listen.
Oh my God.
Don't alter it. I was gonna go into I was gonna go into the details of the story of what they actually said, but I feel like my boyfriend's sitting right there, so
he's gonna be like, "Who said it? I'm gonna go beat him up."
No, he already knows the stories.
Okay.
So also this week, me and our friend Avery are planning a plus size Pilates event here in LA. We hosted it. I've hosted 2, one in LA and one in Nashville. And this is the first time I'm co-hosting with somebody. So the sales, like the tickets went live today and we sold out, which is so exciting. But I realized something today as I was like messaging back and forth with Avery. She always has her phone on Do Not Disturb.
Oh, the do not disturb warriors out there.
Please.
You're not better than everybody. Turn that shit on. God, every single person.
Me. Notify anyway.
Notify anyway.
Notify anyway. Literally.
Notify anyway.
I'm like, you're going to hear this. I'm trying to talk to you. And I feel like it's always at inconvenient times. Like when I really need to talk to somebody.
No, it just pisses me
them.
off. It doesn't even matter if I'm just texting them like, hey, notify anyway.
Yeah. What's the point of that? Like, why do people do that?
So they don't get distracted. I understand it, but it's like.
No, but this is the thing. You're either somebody who turns it on all the time or you don't really use it.
Macy has it on all the time. And like, take
How do you
this
function?
shit off.
Oh, it pisses me off.
Me too.
So, to all my friends out there, stop doing that. And if you don't, I'm going to keep notifying anyways.
Stop doing that. I honestly, this week I have so many stories, but it's just the digital footprint is a bitch. I'll tell you that much. My digital footprint is a bitch.
Guys.
Is a son of a bitch. And you know what I'm kind of realizing? I'm like, how does like Brittany Broski, anybody who actually has like a podcast that people actually listen to, how do they talk about other people all the time and not even give a shit when they fully know that those other people are going to see the clips and going to see this whole conversation?
Well, this is the benefit. This is the benefit to us.
It stresses me out.
Nobody's watching this really, so we can really tell our stories right now. So I think you should tell the story that you're wanting to tell. I know,
but it's like, it's just like imprinted on the internet forever. The internet is forever, Emma.
And people will take it and they'll say you have saggy boobs.
Okay.
What? Tell me the story.
No, it's just, and also living in Los Angeles, I'm like, what if I see one of these people in person and they're like,
you said this about me on your podcast.
Saying? Like that kind of just.
I think it's fine.
Okay, whatever.
Honestly, this story you're about to tell, the odds of you ever seeing these people again
are high.
Yeah, true. You could see them next week.
Yeah, actually, I probably will.
just maybe don't tell the setting.
I think the setting is important.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. As you know, I'm a nanny.
Once again.
One of our activities that we do is me taking Miss Girl to gymnastics, okay? She loves gymnastics. She learning how to do a cartwheel, okay?
Side story really fast.
Emma.
Wait, really quick.
I'm literally just getting started. Okay?
I know. That's why this is the great time to cut in. Me and Gabi started gymnastics when we were little. And I was so afraid of doing a somersault, a forward roll. So my mom put me in gymnastics with Gabi.
To learn how to do one?
To learn how to, do you not remember that?
Not really.
To learn how to do a somersault. And when I conquered that, I quit. I couldn't go any further.
That's all you needed to know. And now you got it.
I was afraid of breaking my neck.
Bruh.
I didn't.
And that's the perfect description, like depiction of Emma. She's anxiety ridden and she's like, no, I'm so chill. Like I go with the flow. Like I'm literally so laid back. And she told me that last week, every time Selton leaves the house, she's like, did I tell you the story? Every time Selton leaves the house in the morning to go to the gym, she's like, somebody's waiting outside the gate and they're watching and they're waiting for Selton to leave and then they're going to come and they're going to strike. So I can't really fall back asleep once he leaves because I have to text him and make sure that he locks the door. That's laid back to you.
But this is what's crazy to me. It seems like that's a very normal thing to think that okay, when the man of the house leaves, somebody could be watching to come and get in.
Like, and that's how she like justifies it. She's like, no, that's totally like normal like way of thinking. Like that's just.
I already know you guys are going to be diagnosing me in the comments.
That's just normal. And when I'm telling you, like, she genuinely thinks that nothing is wrong with her, and those are her daily thoughts, and it's like about everything.
No.
And when she was little, she wouldn't walk across the street, literally within eyesight across the street to get the mail because she was scared that a bird would come down and pick her up, or like an animal was going to attack you. Like she'd be like, Mom, please watch me out the window. Please, please, please. Like she won't go do anything unless somebody's like watching with her or with her.
And what's crazy is nothing like bad or crazy has ever happened to me.
No, like traumatic. There's nothing to
There's no reason I'm like this.
Think this way at all.
I think it's
at
just.
all. And you're like, yes, I'm like so freaking
But you know what? There is
chill,
something
bro.
that happened to me when I was first born. Our brother Josh.
I think this was it. I think
this was it. When I was first born, I'm the third child, so we have 2 older brothers. So I was the first girl. And my mom gave birth to me at the hospital. She really needed a shower. So my dad was like, let me come up with the boys. You can take a shower and we'll watch Emma. So I guess they came in and Josh, the second oldest, was looking at me. And I think he like thought that I was a baby doll or something, or like he didn't know if I was real, or maybe he was just being
bad
him. And he slapped the hell out of me.
We can
Newborn.
We can like recreate if you want, just like I'll play Josh. You play you.
I'm so scared.
You play you.
No.
I'll play Josh. Obviously.
Josh smacked me.
Okay, let's practice. Okay, you lay down.
Stop. I don't want to get smacked tonight. Josh smacked me really hard.
Tonight, maybe tomorrow.
Tomorrow? I don't know. It brings back bad memories. So Josh smacked me really hard.
First thing out the womb. So like that's definitely what it was.
Now I think that's like in me. Because when I talk to my dad about like sometimes the things that I have anxiety about, he's like, you've always been that way. Like you always were scared that a deer was gonna like come up to the back door when you would let the dog out at night.
Like what? And it's all like animal based too, or also like
I'm scared of animals.
Scary killer based.
Okay, that was a big side story. Go back to.
Also, show your boots really quick. Emma's
Speaking of animals,
she's decided to start transitioning into furry. She's been doing her research on furry talk. This is the thing about Emma. If it's marketed to her in the correct way, aka Skims coming out with these boots, she'll buy them in a heartbeat. Oh my god, it's Skims. No. Those boots are so incredibly like Cookie Monster pajama kid coated.
Oh my god, I thought they were so cute.
And that's what I'm saying.
Wait,
if
so when I
Skims,
texted you and said
it's just like they've been around for so long, and it's like Hot Cheeto Girls vibe.
Why didn't you tell me that when I sent you the photos and said, should I get the brown or should I get the white?
I didn't want to dull your sparkle queen.
They were like $128.
Then that's what I'm saying. Emma's the target audience for all like anything, really anything. If it's marketed, if it has
now.
cute packaging,
should I take them off?
No.
Oh my gosh,
they can be done cute, but it's like
I wore them in a video I made today. Should I delete it?
No. Well, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm
just freaking kidding.
Okay, go back to your story.
Okay, so gymnastics.
But for the future.
Oh! My God.
For the future, tell me if something's ugly. If I ask you about it, please tell me the truth. Okay?
I do. I just didn't have the energy that day. I was just like,
so I wasted like $200 for what?
Emma wastes $200 every single day of your life, so I don't know why you're like...
No, I don't.
Acting like it's a big deal.
Okay, I'm going to stop talking for 5 minutes now. Go ahead.
Yeah, Emma, shut the fuck up challenge starting now. Okay. Where was I? Okay, at gymnastics. And as you may or may not know, me and Emma live in Los Angeles. So there's, stars everywhere places you wouldn't expect to see them. So this is news to me. I had genuinely no idea that these two people have created life together at gymnastics. Zach, please bleep that. She's over doing her thing, my little girl. I look over Shia LaBeouf and Mia Goth sitting right next to me. I'm like, they have a kid together? I'm like, are they here separately or together? Like, I literally had to do a little Google search on my phone when I got back in the car. But I was just like, and let me say one thing. And honestly, I don't think Shia LaBeouf is ever going to ever hear this. But Shia LaBeouf is erratic and insane. His behavior during that gymnastics class. I'm like it was kind of giving like Kanye West type of vibe. Like, just he needs to be muzzled a little bit. You know what I mean?
What was he doing?
So their child is very young. Like, it was young enough to where the parents are supposed to like be with the kid the whole time during the class, kind of like a mommy and me vibe. So he's over with the kid. He keeps walking away, number one. And this is a little tiny baby. And he kept like looking over at, I don't think it's the wife, baby mama Mia Goth, and being like,
What?
what am I even supposed to be doing? Like, I was
like throwing his hands up.
Yeah, like literally, like, what am I supposed to be doing? I'm like, all right,
watching the child,
the fuck? And then
helping them do a somersault.
I don't know if he was talking about. And also sometimes I get comments that I look like Mia Goth, so I want to be like, hey girl, do you see the resemblance at all?
Are we related?
Hey, Mia. Like, I wanted to do one of those, but I'm like, okay, chill. But she gorgeous in person, let me tell you that. I was a little bit starstruck. But he also,
if I was there, I wouldn't even know who Mia Goth.
That's what I'm saying.
I literally had to just Google her.
I posted on my private story. I'm like, Shia LaBeouf and Mia Goth were just at gymnastics with me. I have no one to tell this to. Like, that was literally me. I'm like, who is gonna be excited
I know who
about
Shia
this?
LaBeouf is.
But Mia Goth, I feel like Mia Goth was more exciting to me than Shia LaBeouf. He freakazoid as fuck. And after him and her were like, he like kept going up to like the desk of the people like in charge and like saying like, I don't know if he was arguing with them, saying something to them. And then him and Mia were standing next to me and he was like, this is all greed. It's just money, 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 all greed. All they want is our money. And I don't know if he was talking about the gymnastics place. I was just like, now what the hell is going on? I'm like, You're
like, Shyla, now listen, you do have to pay for gymnastics classes.
I'm like, wait.
For your child. And it's not
like,
free.
It was such a strange interaction. But the thing is, like, it's so strange to go on in the internet and doing what I'm doing, talking about people I've literally never had a conversation with, just kind of observed this from afar. So I kind of am a freakazoid myself for saying this, but it's like,
but I thought you experienced
it was just a crazy like scene. I'm like, oh, I would hate to have a child with that man. That's all I'm saying. Like,
she probably hates it. She probably hates it.
I'm just sure. Like, that sound like that, just that 1 hour observing. I'm like, oh, Lord, please, please, please keep me far away from any men that would ever act this way.
Every like horrible TikTok video that's like couples thinking they're making a cute video, but it's really like the worst man ever. Always the comments are like, I hope a love like this never finds me. That's
purple
you.
Heart, me as fuck. I'm like, oh, hell no. I just genuinely had no idea that they had a child together. I didn't even know that he had a child. Apparently he's like actually a terrible person. Like, I think he dated FKA Twigs for a while, but it was like
not good.
Not chill.
Well,
I remember literally I was like, that guy kind of looks like Shia LaBeouf. I'm like, that'd be crazy if like Shia LaBeouf was in this class and like, how would all the other dads act? Like, would they recognize him or would they like be giving extra attention? Because I just thought it was a Shia LaBeouf lookalike. And then I see Mia Goth and I'm like,
wait, how did the other parents act? Were they probably used to it that he acts like that?
I don't know. It was just, I think the moms kind of were like, are y'all seeing this? Like, what the hell? He wasn't like loud and obnoxious and like causing a scene, but it's like if you were paying attention, you'd be like, oh, what an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of vibe. But yeah, that's my star sighting of the week.
I love that. Well, off of that story, I think this is a great segue into things that make me sick. Things that make me sick to my stomach.
We should make a little jingle for this section.
And at the end of it, it can be a gag sound.
Okay.
Zach, get to work. Or rather, get to work on the jingle.
Okay.
You go first. What are something that make you sick to your stomach?
I wrote it down because I don't remember.
Fam.
Things that make me sick to my stomach, fam. Wait, she's just not British. She's Canadian.
The girl that says that? Well, I like that accent better.
Things that make me sick to my stomach, fam. When I feel like this is all like social media based. When people get on their stories looking how do I say, regular as hell. And they're like, excuse my appearance. Oh my God, I look crazy right now. But just wanted to, whatever. They have to start the video by saying, oh my God, I look so crazy right now. Or like, excuse how I look, excuse my appearance. Just say what you need to say. Like, oh, you look, sorry, but you look completely normal. This is how you look all the time. Like, what are you saying?
Yeah, I was like, I hate to break it to you,
but this is how you always look. You don't look it. Like, you know what I'm saying? People always do that. I'm like, you don't have to start every video by saying that. You can just jump to what you're going to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This is the thing. I am tempted to do that all the time.
And you do that all the time, probably.
No, I'll say like, oh, I'm tired or something. But like this morning, I had to get on to post about the plus size Pilates event to say like some details.
Guys,
I told myself in my head, don't say that. And I didn't.
Don't say it.
And there might be some people out there who they thought it for themselves, but
don't say it.
Then I don't know, you know?
That's where the power lies, like Miss CEO said. The power is
not saying anything
about your appearance. Just say what you gotta say, girl.
Just be
Get it out.
who you are. You sing it because you're so much better at it. Come on, choir.
No, see,
you made the choir. You made the choir.
Okay, tell me what makes you sick to your stomach, fam.
Guys, we have to get Gabi to sing on the pod, please. One time. Not today.
Please.
Not today.
Please continue.
She's feeling too pressured. Okay, mine is also social media based. It's kind of outdated because I haven't seen it in a while. But couples who, after they get married, they make a joint account. Have you seen that before?
Now, why does that make you sick to your stomach? Huh?
Because I'm just like,
Emma.
be who you are.
Emma.
Be your own individual.
Emma. What?
That doesn't bother you at all?
No, that's encouraged.
Really?
You are one by law.
No, I think that's taking it too far.
Selton, are you hearing this? Selton's like, shut.
Why would we ever?
Selton literally in the
not in like a social media way, not in like a, oh, we make videos together.
I thought you were talking about bank accounts.
No.
What's wrong with that?
No. No, I'm talking about social media accounts. I was wondering why you were acting so casual.
What's wrong with that?
No.
Okay.
That is a whole other topic, though. Okay, but people who...
I was like, that's kind of a crazy statement to like, kind of controversial, like...
No.
Like, I think very telling into your business, like, you know what I'm saying? I was like,
no,
okay.
We're not having joint bank accounts.
Okay, we're going there, okay.
No. Joint social media accounts.
Okay, yes, that...
Does that make you sick to your
makes
stomach?
Me sick to my stomach.
Wow. That response I was so confused by it.
I was so confused by you bringing that up. I'm like, oh, we're talking money. Okay. Okay, let's get into it.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Would you ever join your bank account with your husband?
Hell yeah. Because hopefully they're going to be the breadwinner because the way things are looking on my side of things. Oh, guys. Oh, guys, it's never been worse.
Gabi on a first date.
It's truly never been worse. That's all I'll say about that.
I was thinking,
guys, brands, if you're seeing this, like, feel free to run an ad right here. We should have a thing right here. You can call this number. You can have your ad right here.
You too.
Literally right here.
No, I was thinking about in college how I used to go to Chipotle. And I would check my bank account and I'd be like, okay, I have like $10.20. And I'm like, yes, I can get guac today.
This is awesome.
I would know
Things
like
are
with
looking
tax
up for me.
how much like Chipotle is.
Okay, Chipotle bowls used to be like $8. When the hell did they become like $20?
Yeah.
Ugh.
But we also live in LA now, so that could also be it.
Oh, that makes me sick to my stomach.
Chipotle is like a great meal because you can split it into like 2 or 3 meals.
I feel like it might be like a Midwestern thing because we didn't have that many options, but Chipotle was a staple like restaurant in our childhood and still is to this day.
Yeah.
I love Chipotle and I will never, ever, ever.
It always sounds good. It always sounds good. And it will fill you up. Is there anything else that makes you sick to your stomach?
Sutton, you got anything? that makes you sick to your stomach? He's like, too many things.
He's like, I can think of 2 things.
He's
Emma?
like, Emma Arletta LC.
No.
It's funny because there's something like, I was like, he just annoys me, but I can't even think of it.
Gabi's potty mouth? Yeah, maybe that.
So it's like something like people do. I'm just like,
You could take a note for next week. Maybe you'll be able to jump in on
No,
this
I know what
segment.
his answer would be.
What?
Because we were having coffee with another couple that had just moved in together. And we were asking them like, oh, like I asked them, what have you guys like learned about each other that you didn't know before moving in together? And they were answering the question, whatever. And then they asked it back to us. And they're like, so what's something that you guys learned about each other that you didn't know before? And I'm thinking Selton's going to be like, she's so hardworking. Like she works so hard. No, that's not what he said. You know what,
In
what he
what
said?
world would he ever say that? Come on.
I don't know. I was just thinking like,
That's like the vibe in the interview when it's like, what's your weakness? My weakness is that I'm such a hard worker. I never take time off.
that is literally
Emma
me in the interview.
ass answer. My weakness is I'm so hard on myself. I push myself too hard.
Okay, so Selton says, oh, and he goes in on me. He's like, she never cleans her dishes up. Her bedside table is always dirty.
This is me when Selton starts.
Gabby's like,
What else?
What else? He's like, she takes her dishes and she puts them at the top of the stairs. She never brings them down. She'll leave things on the stairs to bring up, never brings them up. She'll go up the stairs. He's like, you're going to pass all of that and not bring one thing up?
All of these things are true.
And
Spoken from a past roommate. What? Oh.
What was it?
Selton.
He just said,
Bruh. He just goes, oh. We're like, okay, what? He's like, I remember what it was. And then he goes,
I forgot. It'll come back to him. But safe to say, I don't think I'm the roommate Selton thought he was getting. And I love how last week I was like, yeah, everybody asked me how it is living with my mom and Selton, and it's so good. It's so great.
It's awesome.
I think we should be asking them that question because I guess I'm like a pretty good roommate. I would give myself like a 7 out of 10.
I don't know. For some reason,
You lived with me.
for some reason, when not just you, anybody talks about like, even like couple content on Instagram or TikTok, or people talking about their relationship in real life, my brain immediately turns off. I'm like I don't know what it is. Like I cannot listen to like relationship stories, nothing. I'm like,
Maybe you're asexual.
no, I think it's just because it doesn't apply to me right now. I'm like, okay, like I don't have to listen. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
You do have to listen. That's honestly like that's not being a good friend or a good sister. You need to get better at that. Remember how we talked about growing up?
All right.
This is your moment. This is your
And you're a
moment.
bit. How about that?
And Gabby's like, that doesn't interest me.
Literally, I'm gonna turn my brain
So,
off.
What can we talk about? About me?
Okay, what's next? I'm like, you know, this boring shit. Boo. Anytime Emma or any of our other friends start talking relationships, I literally want to verbally go, boo. Next. I'm like, can we just skip that? Like,
Gabby will like come home from hanging out with friends, and I'll be like, oh, like how was it? You're like, oh my god, they talked about boys the whole time.
No, they're a boyfriend. It's like, and especially if it's like you're talking to a guy that I've never met and I literally don't know them whatsoever. We have no mutual friends. I've never met them. If you're talking about them the entire night, I'm like, bruh. Like maybe if you're asking for advice or there's kind of setting up the situation, maybe to be like, what should I do? What do you think the vibe is? That's fine. But if all night you're talking about somebody I don't even know, I'm like,
That's hard to like. It's hard to
feel
relate
invested.
to. Yeah.
And especially when it's not like one of my close friends. Like Michaela, when she's telling me any story, I'm like very invested because I've met the guy she's talking to. I've met like, you know what I'm saying? When you know the other
So
party.
you're saying you literally don't care about me or Selton.
Yeah.
Okay, noted. And
No. I'm not including you in that. I'm just saying like,
people in general.
Yeah, I'm like, bruh, I don't want to hear about your bunk ass boyfriend. No one gives a shit.
Okay,
Sorry, you're not included in that. You're not included in that. We were just saying how me and Selton are gonna be siblings.
yeah, someday Selton and Gabi will be
brother sister in laws.
That's crazy. You're gonna have to call him.
I can hardly wait.
When you refer to him, you'll say my brother-in-law.
That's my brother.
And someday when you get married, I'll say my brother-in-law or my sister-in-law.
Billy, hey Billy.
The amount of people who ask me,
this is my official outreach. Billie Eilish, girl, like.
No, people will ask me like, do you think
know where to find me?
Do you think Gabi's a les patron? I'm
What
like,
do you say?
I'm like, I've asked her.
Possibly.
She said no, but
Possibly. At this point, I'm like, all right, where the hoes at? Like, fuck.
By hoes, she means anybody.
Oh. Billy or Hamza. They're fantastic from Slushy Noobs. Those are my two crushes right now.
I don't even know who that is.
Hamza?
Is it a girl or a guy?
Guy. Need ya bad.
You should just, comment in his comment section.
Why don't you just call Taylor up?
Ask her on a date. Ask him on a date.
Why don't you just
okay.
calling Taylor up?
That was our week. That was a long our week. What has happened in media this week? For me, I haven't been consuming much media.
I've been waiting to talk about this with somebody, which you're really not going to give a shit, but I know you girls are going to give a shit. My hefties out there and my girls. Addison Rae bringing back the fedora, or not even bringing it back, bringing it in a CUNTY way, changed the trajectory of my life. Have you not seen the Addison Rae fedora content? Oh, I'm like, yes. And Addison Rae, I am her number one fan. Like, I don't think people understand her in the way that I understand her. She just came out with her new song, Aquamarine.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. The videos, her music videos, amazing. She has this little, her best friend is a dancer, and her name's Lexi. Like, I feel like this is so, very niche in my side of the internet, or maybe just me. But I found this girl, Lexi, because she was in Billie Eilish's music video. And she's a dancer, and now she's best friends with Addison Rae. And I'm telling you, that girl is shaping her career. I feel like it's definitely her influence on this new Addison Rae era. And that dancer girl, guess who she just was in a music video with?
Who?
Lady Gaga.
There's people, I grew up dancing, and there's people that I would be at convention with.
And I didn't even dance.
That are now on tour with people. And I'm like, the dance world really is kind of small.
It is.
It's not, yeah. I'm trying to look at videos to see her in the fedora. So
just look at her Instagram.
So should I buy a fedora?
Yes.
Guys. Are you going to buy one?
Princess. No, but it's just she's doing it so right, and I feel like people aren't catching on quite yet, but they will. She is a superstar. She has the it factor. She's so charismatic. She's so gorgeous. She can dance. She can sing. She's a pop.
People are definitely caught on. Girl. People are definitely caught on. That's why she blew up in the masses. That's why she blew up in the first place.
I know, but it's like a rebrand for her.
Yeah.
I love you, Addison. I'm your biggest fan.
See, we're on such different sides of the internet because
she's like, who the hell is Addison Rae?
No, I know who Addison Rae is.
Oh, the girl who do the Renegade. Okay.
No, all I've seen on my TikTok feed is mothers decorating their house for the holidays.
Come on. And that's okay.
I love that.
We're the yin and the yang. And you want to know something that really gave me appreciation for our little duo here?
What?
I watched this podcast called the Emergency Intercom Podcast.
I know that podcast.
Okay.
Because of Gabi. Okay. Only because of Gabi.
But the guy in it, Drew Phillips, he has a twin sister. And she still lives in Texas with her husband, just had a baby, has a whole home. They couldn't be more complete opposites. It definitely reminds me of me and you. But it's they're so close, and people when people find out that they're siblings, they're like,
what? Wait, is she on the internet too?
Yeah, she's on the internet too. And she has her whole family channel, very wholesome.
Cute.
And then he's Gray.
Like young, fun.
Yeah. Well, they're the same age. They're twins.
Oh.
But
Okay. I missed that part.
anything that Emma like doesn't know, she's like, oh, young. Yes, very young. If Emma's never heard of it, y'all the young kids are saying
I can like
this now.
I feel like I'm at the age now. I'm 28, where I can feel. I'm not being that dramatic when I say this, but kind of. I can like feel my youth slipping away. Like I can feel myself putting outfits together and being like, I'm that girl now that like people are looking at like, she doesn't get it, you know?
I
Like
don't think that about you.
I know because I'm trying hard not to be like that.
But
But
it's okay if you sometimes it's
but
okay
I don't
to
want
let go.
I don't want to be that way until I have kids. Like I want to be
also
in the scene
but
until I
playing
have
mommy
kids.
this week really put me in the thing of like, oh, when you have kids, you really can't give a fuck. It doesn't even matter. Like I was walking down to the coffee shop with the dog, with the little girl, like looking. I put on one of the mom's like flannels. Like I was just like, I'm full. Like it was a little coffee in my hand, like tired eyes. I'm like, hey guys.
That's
At
why
the
I want
mini
to
park,
wait.
literally at the mini park, I'm like, good morning. Hey guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? All the parents like standing around while they're like toddlers are freaking crazy at like 7 a.m. because that's all there is to do. I'm like,
No. But I can feel it. It's like on the horizon. Like lately I've been thinking a lot about kids. Like I'm like, okay, I think that I'm ready. In a few years. Ready in a few years.
I can't wait to be auntie. I also have one more media story if you want to like get into it.
Yeah, I would love to get into it.
And also, I might be spreading misinformation right now because I haven't really done that much research. I saw one singular TikTok about this. So who knows if this is like
Well,
made up or
I
like,
love misinformation.
Okay, let's spread
I
it.
believe it.
Okay, me too. So, have you ever heard about Charlie XCX and Taylor Swift's lore?
No.
So, let me just run this
Negative.
back for you. As we know, Taylor Swift is now dating Travis Kelce. But before Travis Kelce, actually within the same year as Travis Kelce, she was dating lead singer of the 1975, Maddie Healy,
Yes.
who is now engaged to
Charlie XCX?
Gabriette. Come on.
Oh my
You
gosh.
knew this. You
I was
knew
like,
this.
what?
No.
I did know that. I did know that.
Honestly, Taylor Swift and Maddie Healy have had like a long history of being like on and off, like kind of associated like for like a 10-year span. Like they were kind of on and off. Charlie XCX is dating one of the band members of the 1975, George. Okay.
Georgie.
So Charlie came out with this song. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but it's pretty much all of the lyrics are kind of like, it's not even like Taylor Swift shade per se, but it's kind of just like her raw, true feelings about like kind of being in the same world as Taylor Swift and kind of feeling like not insecure about it, but kind of like, oh, I don't really want to run into you backstage at my boyfriend's show. We're on completely different sides of music, like Charlie XCX versus Taylor Swift, and kind of just being like, she kind of makes me insecure a little bit. Like we're both dating people that are friends, but it's like we couldn't be more opposites. And I'm just like, wow, you would have never think that those two women were like intertwined in that way.
Yeah, they're.
Or thought that, you know what I'm saying?
But I'm wondering if Charlie XCX wrote that song. Is it like really, really new? Because even if it's new, I wonder if she wrote it
In that
before
time.
before she like popped off, and now she feels comfortable enough because she is a big star to like release it. Because I feel
don't
like
know
when you
she wrote
are
it.
like,
but obviously it had to be written while Taylor Swift and Maddie were still dating. You know what I'm saying?
which has not been recently.
was
what
like
I'm saying.
last year.
Yeah. But in the last year, she blew up. Like literally,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
summer
yeah.
was like her peak.
Right.
So maybe now she feels comfortable. Like, oh, I can release this because it's kind of like squashed.
Or
feelings.
would people even like, or you would release it being like, will people even be able to figure that this is out about Taylor Swift?
Oh, people figure out everything.
Especially the Swifties.
You saw a TikTok about it, yeah.
Especially the Swifties. But when they put like the pictures, I love when people do this, when they like dissect a song's lyrics and they put pictures so you know exactly who and what they're talking about. I'm like,
He said,
this
what?
makes sense.
About her?
This is about her. I love, those are my favorite type of TikToks probably
I've never
ever.
seen a TikTok like that.
That's okay. Next one I see, I'll send
Send
it
it
to
to
you.
me. I needed to get into my algorithm.
So that's some pop culture history for you.
And I need those lessons, so keep them coming.
It's my
Please.
favorite. I think maybe
Also, can you guys tell us in the comments if that's like the truth about that song?
I know I'm like, I might be like really like spreading lies right now, but
I saw this.
if it is a lie, I don't want to know the truth.
I saw a podcast that was going on and on about how Lizzo dressed up as Ozempic for Halloween. And all the comments were like, did you even do any research? Like, she wasn't dressed up as Ozempic. She was dressed up as herself
SNL skit.
from like some show.
It was an SNL skit.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, misinformation. But you know what? If I wouldn't have read the comment section, I would have believed what they were saying in the podcast because I wouldn't know any better. What are you looking at?
The time and also that's all.
Okay. Well, let's get into the best segment of this whole day, whole podcast. You guys, we have some juicy stories this week. You guys wrote in about your sibling stories. Some of them are two-sided. Some of them are honestly just for entertainment. If we have sides to pick, we'll pick them.
No, we're reading the stories you guys sent us about your craziest sibling stories, and we are picking a side.
We are.
There's no middle ground here. Pick a side.
But some of them
And
are
that's
just,
that.
some of them are like,
Nope. No gray area.
okay.
Sorry, I won't allow it.
Are you going to start or do you want me to start?
I'll start if you want me to.
And like, do we start with the craziest one?
Girl, it's so confusing sometimes to be a girl. Okay. Yes, sir. Okay. Here we go. First up. When I was 6, I'm keeping this anonymous. When I was 6, I went to sit on the ottoman in front of my older brother. For some reason, I was sucking on a pen. He kicked me off the couch and the pen shot right up the roof of my mouth. The pen went like 3 inches up the soft palate towards the back of the roof of my mouth. I was rushed to the hospital with a purple popsicle and was stitched up. The doctor said if it went half of an inch deeper, it would have hit my brain. Isn't that crazy?
And that's why I have anxiety. Things like that.
No, what? Yes, yeah.
Wait, but that's like, look, you can't pick sides for that.
I'm gonna take the older brother side on this one, just because you're probably like being annoying and like, why are you sitting so close to your brother?
I'm going to take the little brother side because, ow. I also
Okay.
love chewing on pens. It's honestly really therapeutic.
Have you ever done that and then you realized it had popped open and you have ink in your mouth?
Yeah, I have. One of my irrational fears is driving in a car and drinking from like a straw. Like
This
a
isn't
Sonic,
irrational. This is very, very rational.
drinking from a
Very.
straw, and then you like slam on the brakes, and the straw scrapes the skin off the top of the roof of your mouth. Oh, please never let that happen to me. Please never let an ink pen hit my brain. Okay, my turn. Are we ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
I hope a love like that never finds me.
Just a silly story, but my little brother is 10 years younger than me. So as a teenager with a toddler sibling, of course they wanted to be in my room. So I was unaware until like 10 years later that he had snuck into my room when I was at school. He was like 3 or 4 and had smeared his poop all over the room. It was on my door, the walls, and all over my curtains. My mom never told me. All she did was clean it, and I had the same poop curtains for years, and they never told me. They ended up letting me have a lock on my door that same year, and I wondered why. I didn't have to plead my case. That's disgusting. And also,
We have a similar story.
we do have a similar story. Gabi stole my car when we were younger, and nobody ever told me.
No, that's not the story I was thinking of.
Oh, what story were you thinking of?
When there was like a group of teenagers who were literally like terrorizing our childhood
Neighborhood?
and they took dog poop from the neighborhood and smeared it all over our van. I don't know why our van was unlocked, but they did that.
Yeah, I think I was like 2. That's like a distant memory.
Really?
Yeah. What's up with smearing poop? I feel like it was messed up that your parents didn't tell you that he did that, because it's like you weren't gonna hurt him, but like, I feel like you should know, because what if you wanted to like clean a little bit more, or like,
But it's also like,
You
as
can't-
a parent, you're kind of trying to like minimize the amount of fights and the amount of things that you have to freaking referee, and like it's easier sometimes to just ignorance is bliss. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like poop fumes, that can like make you sick, you know?
That's true. That's
So like they should definitely have thrown the curtains out. I'm on the kid side here. The parents were wrong for that.
Y'all are dead wrong for that.
Wrong for that. But why did you steal my car when we were younger?
Girl, let's not get right now.
Where were you going? I don't know the details.
Let's not even.
Can you tell me?
Let's not even.
It's gonna bother me. Can you just tell me?
Okay, I'm gonna go next.
Oh my gosh.
Wait. Oh my god, this is actually really funny.
It better be really funny.
Okay. My older sister, we were playing a game. She made me put food on my tongue and show it to my dog. He ended up biting my tongue.
Did he bite it off?
I don't know. I think my question box was too short, so people couldn't really go into full detail. They kind of have to like summarize really fast.
Ew. That is so messed up. Oh my gosh.
Sometimes I feel like the way that you talk is like literally like an AI conversation. It's like the most predictable responses to anything. Oh my god, that is so messed up, girl. Don't you feel like that?
Gross.
Ew. Totally gross, girl. Okay, I'll go next. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna follow that one up. I'm next, girl.
Stop making me laugh. I'm actually.
Do you think that or no?
It makes me mad that you say that because
It's true.
because I'm happy most of the time. When I get angry, nobody takes me seriously.
Cause she'll literally be like, shit. Like it's like a like little kid like cussing. I'm like, that don't seem even right coming out.
Yeah,
of
and
your
it's
mouth.
frustrating because I actually am upset.
Ugh, dang it.
Shoot.
Dang it.
No,
Do
nobody.
you have one more story?
I have multiple, but
Okay, go
should I
ahead,
just
girl.
choose the best one?
Yeah, choose the best one.
Okay, this one is
You can save the next one for next week.
Jaw was on the floor.
I love this section. I really love this.
Jaw was on the floor with this one. Okay.
I literally can't even wait, girl. Literally so excited, girl. Go ahead, girl. Take it away, girl.
Okay, girl. My sister was having an affair with my husband. I came home from work because I was sick and found her naked in my bed. Okay,
I'd
that
be
was
like, what are you doing here, girl?
Ariana.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? So luckily, right before we got on, I saw that submission because I'm like, I need more details. So I messaged this girl back and was like, I'm so sorry, but also please give me more details.
Sorry
I'm
that happened.
so sorry that happened to you.
But can you elaborate?
So I asked her, I'm like, how long had it been going on for? And she said, my neighbor kept telling me that there was a car in the driveway for 3 months. There's a car in the driveway. For 3 months, she had parked in the garage. My entire family knew about it.
What?
I beat the crap out of her and broke her nose while my a-hole husband locked himself in the bathroom and called the police.
Oh, what a little coward little bitch.
I did get arrested and I had to do community service and anger management.
Oh, hell
That
no.
pissed me off so bad. Okay. Then she said, we got divorced 4 months later and they got married the next day.
Oh!
I haven't.
Oh my! That has to be a fake story. There's no way.
This girl, it definitely happened to her. I haven't talked to any of them in 10 years. And then she ends it. Gotta love family. Guys, what? What?
What the hell? Now what the hell is that?
Your own blood sister?
Now that's evil and sinister, and the sister should have been thrown in jail.
The craziest part
Lock her
is
ass up.
not that like that was happening, that they were hooking up. The craziest part is that
They got married.
no,
The next
that
day?
they gave her community service and anger management. Like
Well,
if any,
But think about it legally. If it's like, okay, she pressed charges because you were beating her and you're an adult and you like physically assaulted somebody, they don't take into consideration
that she was hooking up with her husband and it's her sister. I mean, come on, let's change the laws.
Come on, guys. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on. Give her a break, guys.
Cut her a break. She just walked in on her sister. Like, oh my gosh.
Somebody please comment and say my
But
body
there is
tea.
a happy ending to this story because I did say, this is what I said back. This is the most insane thing I've ever heard. And I'm so sorry that happened to you. Did you ever remarry or did you just swear off all men?
Oh, that was a good question.
I just wanted to know, like, what was the ending to the story? And she said that she ended up meeting her husband through work in Vegas and they've been married for like 8 years now, happily. So, but that's crazy. She hasn't talked to her sister in 10 years. Or her ex-husband.
And if you ever did that bullshit to me, I would not talk to
That's
you for
what's
10
crazy.
years
It's
either.
like hearing these stories, you know, you're like, okay, that's one thing. But then when you like are in a real relationship and like thinking about marriage and then you apply it to yourself, that's when you can really, as an adult, you're like, oh my gosh.
Emma, that's called putting yourself in their shoes. I don't know if you ever heard that before. Okay.
Okay, so that was the craziest submission I think we ever had.
No, that one is for the history books. That one's going down in
Hefty Gehls
history. That's for
her
damn sure.
story.
You know her name, not her story.
Actually do. Okay, I think that's it for this week. After that one, we
Is
can
that a
follow
good
that
episode?
up.
I can't tell.
Yeah, we'll have to cut out a lot of things, but
I feel like it was kind of like. Sultan said it was okay. Thank you, Sultan. I feel like it was a little bit AI generated on your part. That's okay.
okay. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, we'll go to the Hefty Gehls page and on Instagram or TikTok and DM us your craziest sibling story. And maybe next week you'll be featured on
Maybe
the
if
pod.
you get lucky or if you're hefty enough, maybe we'll choose you.
Okay, we'll see you guys next week.